Now, the way I wanted to start off is, what we did is a quick poll on LinkedIn. And before I go there, of course, let me take 2 seconds to introduce myself. I like to call myself a marketing ninja. Ninja because of the skills that is associated with the word ninja. I've got around 2 decades of marketing experience across various roles at the heart of banking and service industries in the MENA region. Now, in today's presentation, the way we have laid down the flow, we want to kind of talk about laying the ground, what are the delivery options, setting goals, and creating an omni-channel experience, which is what we all want to do. And some examples. So that's the kind of flow that I want to go through. Before we start, like what I was talking about, we did a quick poll on LinkedIn about what is the biggest obstacle for a marketeer as of today. And I think the general consensus that the CMOs have today is the dependency on IT and time to market. I think 43.8% in my network feel that that is one of the biggest hindrance in delivering results. So we need to address that. Now that's something that leads directly to why this dependency has come through. Dependency has come through because it's all dependent on data. Gone are those days when we take decision without having a real-time, in-depth, centralized, accessible data, which gives us conscious indication about what we want to do. At the core of personalization, we need to know each individual. And that's the crucial make or break moment out of it. And that's what data enables us have. Now, setting goals. Coming from the banking industry, one of the biggest or the only metrics that we talk about in most of the meetings is about revenue. Is revenue the only metrics? Now, that's the biggest question. Convincing your CFO in signing off a budget, which is more to do with something other than a direct impact on revenue, becomes very difficult. You can talk about the increasing conversions, you can talk about content downloads, email signups, offer redemption, but all this does not cut the CFO's options. Net impact to the bottom line is all that they are looking for. Now, it is very important for marketeers to be able to have the board on their side in explaining that it is just not about revenue and how the impact to the revenue will come over a period of time. I think that's quite crucial, and one needs to be able to convince their board onto that. Now, coming after being able to look into the data, where the biggest obstacles are there, and convincing the entire board of coming on personalization journey, what becomes the next important milestone is to look at channels. Now, if you see 71% of the customers mostly use another channel to make one single transaction. If they have started online, they probably would move on to the call center or would step into the branch, but somewhere or the other, there will be a conversion from one channel to the other. 69% of customers expect a connected experience. People want a seamless experience across all channels. They want that the information that they have accessed on one of the channels should easily be accessible to the other channel, and they do not need to repeat what they have said. I'm sure you guys have gone through this option so many times where you would have joined a call center, had a call, the call dropped, next call center agent comes up and picks up, and you have to say the same thing again. And that's very irritating. That's exactly the same thing that we are talking about here. Not just limiting to one channel, we are talking about multiple channels, and hence it is very important that we have a connected experience across all channels. Now, sorry. Now, once we have that, we understand the importance of channels, we come to the talk about omni-channel. Now, omni-channel is an overused word which is probably known to everybody now. However, delivering an omni-channel experience is equally difficult. Now, we are not just talking about one channel here. We're not talking about only digital-based multiple channels here. We're talking about physical, digital, the entire universe of channels, and that becomes very difficult. The priority of an agent who is serving you physically is quite different from somebody who is targeted and doing a telemarketing call. However, the expectation is that the customer should get the same kind of importance across all touch points. Customers expect to be able to pick up where they left off, and that comes as the most difficult challenge for marketeers to fulfill. I think in a journey of personalization, this becomes the biggest hurdle. It is not about personalizing content. It is more about personalizing the experience across multiple channels, especially non-digital channels. So in summary, what we need to do is we need to look at the data, because that's what leads the way for us. That gives us the direction in which we should go. We should plan different channels simultaneously. One of the major important aspects is to communicate with all the stakeholders. Be proactive rather than reactive. Now, this is mostly the issue that comes through in any implementation, especially in personalization journey. And look at the opportunity as an opportunity to learn, grow, and transform. So in summary, that's what I wanted to present across. Now, somehow I was trying to look at that. So there is one page that I want you guys to go. The video is somehow not coming on, but there is not just a Cadbury ad. So Cadbury did some amazing advertisement in India during Diwali. They got the biggest star in India, and what they were able to do was to have a page. Let me see if I can share that page across. I think that would be more easy for me. Just give me a second. Yeah, I think I should do this. Unfortunately, the page is closed now. So what they have done is they were able to create a whole section where they were able to create a whole section where people could go on and put in their details and customize an ad based on your location. So if I would land on this page, I would automatically see what are the different categories. I would put in my details, and the ad would then be customized across according to my needs. So Shah Rukh Khan would come in and say, buy this from so-and-so, and that's how it is. And that ad would actually be aired across India. I think that's an amazing way of using personalization because it kind of takes a couple of different elements together. It takes a CSR angle, combines with personalization, and comes up with something which is much bigger than what it is. So that's all from my end.